You know that feeling, right? The little spark of irritation, maybe that tightening in your chest when someone says something, and you just know it's designed to get a rise out of you.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that instinct, it's almost automatic, isn't it? To jump in, defend yourself, argue back, pour all your energy into this thing that, well, deep down, you kind of know isn't going to help you.
Mm-hmm. It's like a reflex. We get pulled into these emotional battles and often regret it later.
Exactly. But what if there was another way? A totally different approach, something deliberate, powerful, stepping out of that reaction, like a radical alternative.
Well, that's exactly what we're getting into today, this deep dive. It's not just about, managing those little impulses.
Okay.
It's really about unlocking something much bigger. The profound power, and it really is often underestimated, of silence and emotional discipline.
Silence and emotional discipline. Usually seen as passive, right? Like giving up.
That's the common view, yeah. Weakness, maybe, or just avoiding the fight. But our sources, they frame it completely differently. They see these as active, really formidable tools.
Tools for what, exactly?
For self-mastery, for building this, unshakable inner peace, and for taking strategic control over your whole emotional world. These aren't just, ways to cope. They're revolutionary strengths. Foundational, really, for living intentionally.
Okay, so our mission then for this deep dive sounds pretty focused. We're going to unpack how you can actually pivot, how you move from those draining reactive moments, that kind of automatic stuff.
Yeah, the stuff that leaves you exhausted.
Right, towards responses that are intentional, strategic even. It's about making your inner peace, your emotional energy, basically non-negotiable.
Exactly. It's not about ignoring things, not at all. It's about engaging, but from a place of real strength.
The engaging from strength. I like that.
Yeah. And we've got, well, a really fascinating collection of insights today. Different perspectives, but they all kind of challenge the usual way of thinking. Our sources, they consistently point to silence, detachment, emotional control as these almost revolutionary strengths, especially now in a world that's just so noisy, right? Always demanding reaction, instant engagement.
It really is constant noise.
So these principles, they let you dictate your own terms, shape your inner world instead of just, constantly reacting to whatever life or other people throw at you.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So what can you, the listener, expect?
Well, get ready.
Okay.
We're going to dig into some surprising facts, maybe shift some perspectives in ways that could be really transformative, and give you practical wisdom, stuff you can actually use.
To become what? Unshaken.
Unshaken, yeah. And maybe even untouchable. In a good way.
Yeah.
Untouchable by all the noise, the provocation, the endless demands for your attention.
All right. Let's dive deep into this.
Yeah.
1, the revolutionary act of choosing silence. Okay, so let's tackle silence first, because honestly, how do we usually see it? Most of us, I think, we're taught it's like giving up, aren't we?
Or being weak.
Yeah, weak, or just avoiding conflict. Speak up, defend yourself, make your voice heard. That's what we hear.
Right.
But what if? What if that's actually a bit of a trap? What if silence, like chosen silence, deliberate silence, what if that's actually the loudest thing you can do, the most powerful?
That's a really provocative idea.
Imagine it, though. Just this calm, unwavering presence. It says so much more than words sometimes. A presence that just refuses to let the chaos in.
That's such a critical reframe. And what's really insightful from our sources is how they distinguish this kind of silence.
Okay.
They're really clear. This isn't about avoidance because you're scared or because you're weak or you're just shutting down. No. It's framed as profound wisdom.
Wisdom.
Yeah, like an evolved understanding of energy, of power dynamics. I mean, think about it reacting. That's easy, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyone can argue, shout, jump to defend themselves.
That's the default for
It's the default, yeah. Path of least resistance, just this impulsive, discharge of energy. But what takes real strength? What takes discipline? Self-mastery.
Holding back.
Staying grounded. Staying still when all hell is breaking loose around you. Looking provocation right in the eye and consciously, intentionally choosing peace instead.
Wow. Okay.
And that right there, it challenges everything society tells us, doesn't it? Society often rewards the immediate, the loud, the combative response.
It does.
But this suggests something more evolved, a different kind of engagement, or maybe, like you said, non-engagement, rooted in internal power, not just reacting to external pressure or, someone else's bad mood.
It really makes you think about the cost of always reacting, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How draining it is.
Exactly, the psychological toll.
So I love that distinction. Reacting is easy. Stillness takes strength. Right. And when you choose that stillness, that quiet intention, you tap into something powerful right away. There's this undeniable strength, isn't there, in just staying calm when the world expects you to explode, when someone is trying to get you to react.
Yeah, they're practically begging for it sometimes.
Right. And think about the quiet dominance you feel when you just refuse to step into those petty fights, those little emotional traps they set.
You see the trap, and you just don't step in it.
Exactly. And the sources put it so well, almost poetically, one said, when you choose silence, you're not giving in, you're rising above.
That's good. I like that. Rising above.
Yeah, it captures it perfectly, doesn't it? It's not retreating. It's like you're elevating yourself, choosing a different level to operate on. It sends a message about your inner world being solid.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, this choice, this deliberate silence, it's fundamentally tied to reclaiming your own personal power.
How so?
Well, by choosing silence, you stop being, as one source put it, a piece in someone else's game.
A pawn.
Exactly. A pawn to be moved, a reaction waiting to happen. Instead, you become the one holding the controller.
Ah, okay. I like that metaphor.
It's crucial because so many of us, often without even realizing it, we let other people's opinions, their moods, whatever, dictate our own emotions.
Guilty as charged sometimes.
We all are. But every time you let that happen, every time some external comment messes with your internal state, you're basically handing over a piece of your inner peace. Just giving it away.
Piece by piece. Yeah.
So the core message here is huge. It's transformative. The moment you truly decide, like deep down, that your peace is non-negotiable. One source says everything changes.
Everything changes. Wow.
It's this powerful assertion of your own worth. It completely shifts the dynamic. You're not just reacting anymore. You're proactively, strategically protecting your well-being, your balance.
That idea of being the controller, holding a controller.
Yeah.
That really hits home. And it just completely dismantles that whole silence is weakness myth we started with.
It does.
Because, let's be real, reacting, easy. Lashing out, also pretty easy sometimes, feels almost good in the moment.
The default setting again?
Yeah. But holding your composure, staying calm when someone is actively trying to provoke you, maybe even in front of others, that's not weakness, that is mastery. Pure mastery.
Our sources call it grace under fire.
Grace under fire. I love that. And here's the specific bit that really got me, thinking about times I failed at this. Choosing silence actively denies the other person the satisfaction of seeing you rattled.
Ah, yes, that's key.
Think about that. They want to see you lose it. And your silence just takes that away. It sends this incredibly loud message without a word. You can't shake me. I'm in control.
You refuse to give them the emotional reward they're looking for.
Exactly. So just take a second, you listening right now. Reflect on that. How often do you, maybe unconsciously, give that satisfaction away? React impulsively. Give them exactly what they wanted, even though it costs you your peace.
It's a really profound question, isn't it?
It really is. And it highlights that we have a choice.
Yeah.
Every single time. 2, emotional discipline. The language is self-respect. Okay, so that reflection leads us perfectly into the next layer, right? Which is emotional discipline. Because that seems to be the foundation for this powerful silence we're talking about.
Absolutely. It underpins the whole thing.
It's like making this potent declaration, maybe not out loud, but through your entire being, your presence. You no longer have access to my emotions.
That's powerful. No access.
Yeah. And when you embody that, when you communicate that through your composure, your silence just disrupts the manipulator's playbook. It dismantles their tactics. It's like yanking the rug right out from under them.
It removes the ground they stand on. It's a subtle, but incredibly powerful form of resistance.
So what effect does that actually have on someone trying to provoke you?
Well, it's fascinating, actually. Our sources say it's profoundly unsettling, disarming even, for those people who want to control you or provoke you or feed off your emotional turmoil.
Why unsettling?
Because your lack of reaction takes away their expected reward. Simple as that. They're looking for noise, for drama, for you to break.
Right.
Your sustained calmness, your stillness, it genuinely throws them off balance because it strips them of their power in that interaction.
So it's about taking away their fuel.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it. Manipulators, or even just people who are emotionally immature, they thrive on getting a reaction. Your anger, your frustration, your tears, that's their fuel.
Fuel for their ego.
Yeah, fuel for their ego, validation for whatever agenda they have, maybe even just a distraction from their own inner stuff. So your silence, it effectively starves them.
SARS them.
Forces them maybe to confront themselves instead of using your reaction as a handy distraction. It's a very smart strategic move. And it's not about bottling things up. It's about choosing where you invest that precious emotional energy.
Okay, so it's strategic, not just passive. And it's not just a move. It's saying something profound.
Definitely.
Our sources really dig into the messages that this kind of silence sends. They say it speaks louder than rage, louder than arguments, louder than endless explanations.
It's not empty space.
Not at all. It's full of meaning. Imagine your silence communicating without a word. My peace. It's worth more than your approval or your validation. Not needed here.
Powerful stuff.
Or how about this one? I'm not here to argue pointlessly. I'm here to grow. And this one hits hard for me and probably for a lot of people listening. I've outgrown the need to prove myself to anyone.
Wow. Yeah, that resonates.
The relevance is just huge, isn't it? This isn't about being cold. It's not about being uncaring. It's about clarity. It's about intelligently protecting your energy from people whose main goal seems to be stirring up chaos or keeping you small or just derailing you.
It's like a sophisticated act of self-preservation, almost an art form.
An art form, I like that.
Absolutely. And if we broaden the view again, silence, when used with this kind of emotional discipline, it acts like an essential filter, a protector for your soul, really.
A filter? How so?
Well, the insight from the sources is clear. Silence is not losing your voice. It is learning when to use it.
Okay. That's a key distinction.
It emphasizes the wisdom in realizing that not every opinion matters. Not every little jab deserves a response. And certainly not every single person deserves unlimited access to your energy.
That's hard to accept sometimes, but probably true.
We live in a world that just constantly demands our attention, right? Our opinions, our reactions on everything.
All the time. It's exhausting.
And there's this beautiful line from the sources. In a world addicted to noise, calmness is revolutionary.
Revolutionary. Wow, I love that.
It's like an act of defiance, isn't it, against the constant pressure. And the advice for when you do feel provoked, it's simple, but so deep, like a mental martial art.
Okay, what is it?
Pause. Just pause. Take a deep breath. Consciously remember who you really are, your core values, and then just allow your silence to be your armor. Let your stillness be your answer.
Silence is armor. Stillness is the answer.
Yeah, it's about becoming untouchable, not because you don't feel anything, but because you've mastered yourself.
Becoming untouchable. Okay, that's a perfect bridge because the next concept we need to dive into is maybe even more challenging, often misunderstood.
Let me guess. Detachment.
You got it.
Yeah.
Emotional detachment. And I know for many people listening, that word just conjures up images of coldness, right? Shutting down, being unfeeling, maybe even robotic.
Yeah, it has negative connotations for sure. Cold fish, heartless.
Exactly. But our sources, they really illuminate its true meaning, something much more nuanced and actually far from what we usually assume. It's not about being uncaring.
It's about being discerning.
Exactly. Being discerning.
So let's unpack that. What does true emotional detachment mean here? It's so important to clarify this. It is absolutely not about being emotionless or cutting off all connections.
Okay, so what is it then?
It's about being emotionally wise, strategic even. It's about making a firm, conscious decision. My peace, my inner balance, it's not going to be held hostage anymore.
Hostage by whom or what?
By people who don't value it, by people who consistently disrespect your emotional space. It's about drawing a really clear line, a discerning line between what you genuinely feel inside.
They're authentic emotions.
Exactly. And what you allow to control you, what you allow to hijack your reactions, take over your inner world.
Okay, that's a huge difference. Feeling versus being controlled by the feeling.
Precisely. And the core insight here from the sources is incredibly powerful. Detachment isn't the absence of love, it's the presence of boundaries.
Wow, okay. Say that again?
Detachment isn't the absence of love, it's the presence of boundaries. And just to be super clear, this isn't about saying, nothing matters. That's apathy.
Right.
This is about powerfully stating, not everything gets to disturb my inner world.
Okay, so it's like being a gatekeeper for your own mind.
Exactly. Active discernment, not passive indifference.
So what does this actually look like in real life when things get tough?
Good question. In practice, it looks like stopping that endless chase for closure from someone who's just never going to give it.
Oh, that's a big one. The closure chase.
Huge. Or stopping yourself from begging for clarity from people who seem committed to misunderstanding you, no matter how much you explain.
Yeah. Twisting your words.
Right. And maybe most importantly, refusing to grant temporary people permanent power over your emotions.
Temporary people, permanent power.
Yeah.
Ouch. But true.
Think about how much energy we waste seeking explanations or apologies from people who just aren't capable or willing to offer them genuinely. Detachment says, okay, I see the truth in their actions, and redirects that energy inward toward your own healing, your own growth.
So it's really about self-respect then.
That's exactly what it is. True self-respect. Recognizing your own energy is sacred. It's valuable. It shouldn't be just spent carelessly. It needs to be invested wisely.
It's like choosing not to engage in their storm, but building a stronger boat for yourself instead.
Perfect analogy. Building a stronger boat.
Okay, that definition is critical because it totally flips the script on detachment. And it highlights this protective role it plays.
A shield, not a wall.
Exactly. The sources say detachment becomes your shield. Not some isolating wall, but this dynamic barrier that protects your core. It makes sure your worth isn't tied to how others treat you on any given day.
Your value isn't measured by their fleeting perceptions.
Right, or their moods, their inconsistencies, which are often about them, not you anyway.
Absolutely.
So it really stresses finding stability inside yourself, in your own presence, your own self-concept, prioritizing your inner peace over that exhausting need to be liked by everyone or get external validation all the time.
It's about grounding yourself internally so deep that the external storms just can't rock you off your center so easily.
Grounding yourself.
Yeah.
So if we sum up detachment, it's definitely not apathy. Apathy is, I don't care. Detachment is, I see clearly.
Clarity.
It's profound clarity, an acute awareness of what truly deserves your emotional investment. It's deep wisdom. It's the strength to know what deserves your energy.
And the discipline to protect it.
And the discipline to steadfastly protect it, yes. Knowing when to stop over-explaining to people who just want to misunderstand you. When to stop pouring energy into people or situations that only take.
Without giving back or appreciating it. Exactly. It's a strategic, conscious withdrawal of your emotional energy to preserve your most vital resources for your own growth, your own well-being. 3. Silence as a strategic weapon. Reclaiming your narrative.
Okay, so let's hammer this home, but maybe with an even sharper focus now. Silence, in this context we're building, it really functions as a strategic weapon, a powerful one.
Strategic is the key word.
It's a conscious, active choice. You're choosing to protect your peace instead of just feeding someone else's chaos, their drama.
Right. You're not adding fuel to their fire.
You're discerning. You're deciding what actually earns your time, your response, your precious attention. And this includes, critically, that idea of refusing to set yourself on fire just to keep someone else warm.
Oof. Yeah, that's a powerful image.
It is, isn't it? So this isn't just about avoiding a fight. It's an act of deep self-respect. It's about narrative control. You get to write your story, not have it dictated by someone else's provocations.
And that leads us to confront a difficult truth, doesn't it? But also an incredibly liberating one. About other people.
Okay, what's the truth?
Our sources really highlight this. You can care deeply about people, genuinely. But you cannot force anyone to treat you right. You can't force them to respect you. You certainly can't force them to change their fundamental character or behavior.
That's tough to accept sometimes. We keep trying, don't we?
We do. But realizing this, truly internalizing it, moving it from just an idea in your head to something you know in your bones, that's a cornerstone of emotional freedom.
Freedom from what?
Freedom from being a prisoner to their opinions, their moods, their expectations, their disrespect. It liberates you from that external control. You shed that heavy burden of trying to change something or someone that's simply not willing or able to change.
Wow. Okay, that is liberating when you think about it.
Yeah.
Because it immediately shifts your focus from what you can't control them to what you can control.
Which is?
Yourself, your responses, your choices.
Exactly. And that highlights the immense inner strength it takes sometimes to just disengage, to walk away from situations that are clearly not serving you anymore.
It takes guts to walk away.
It really does. Strength to step back when respect just isn't there anymore, when you're being consistently undervalued. And the discipline to stop explaining your worth over and over and over again to people who just refuse to see it. Their actions show you they don't see it.
Stop explaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where detachment comes in again.
Perfectly. Detachment teaches you that powerful lesson. Your peace is ultimately more valuable, more sacred than being right in some argument. or winning some verbal battle that just leaves you feeling drained anyway.
You don't have to win every fight.
Exactly. The
Ugh.
sources say it so clearly. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to fix every broken connection. Sometimes just walking away, that is the real victory.
And your silence speaks volumes then.
Louder than shouting and way more impactful in the long run.
So this connects detachment directly to self-building.
Profoundly linked. It's not about caring less about others necessarily. It's about caring more about yourself.
Yeah.
Elevating your own well-being to a primary focus. And that perspective, it shifts your energy completely. Instead of fruitlessly chasing other people, trying to fix them, get their approval, earn their love.
Which is exhausting.
Totally exhausting. Instead, you focus that energy inward on intentionally building and strengthening your own being, your inner world, your self-worth.
So what does that look like practically?
It means you stop begging for closure in situations where, honestly, the truth is already clear from how people are acting.
Actions speak louder than words.
They really do. It means you stop chasing external love because you've decided to become the love you were looking for. You nurture it inside yourself.
Become the love. That's beautiful.
Ultimately, detachment, as our sources frame it, is true emotional discipline. It's having the wisdom to know which battles are worth fighting, which ones might actually lead to growth or understanding, and the strength to just courageously walk away from all the rest, no matter how much noise they make.
It's like creating that buffer zone.
Exactly. Creating the space between your peace and someone else's storm, a sacred boundary around your calm.
Okay, but let's be realistic. When you start doing this, when you pull back, set boundaries, people notice.
Yeah.
And they don't always like it.
No, they often don't, especially if they benefited from your lack of boundaries before.
Right. So someone might call you distant or heartless or cold. What then?
Our sources offer a simple, elegant response. Smile. Let them think what they want.
Just smile.
Smile. Because you know the truth. You know you're not detached from life or genuine connection or real feelings. You're detached from the drama. You're not emotionless. You're emotionally strong. You're in control.
So it reinforces that idea again. Silence, calmness, composure. They're not weaknesses.
They are astute, potent strategies for self-preservation, for maintaining your inner sovereignty. Your peace isn't up for debate or popular vote.
Okay, but why do some people react so negatively? Why the accusations?
Well, this is where the sources expose what they call the manipulative game that some people play. Maybe consciously, maybe not.
What's the game?
They explain that some people genuinely thrive on pushing your buttons, not because they want to understand you or connect or find a solution, solely to get a reaction.
But why? What do they get out of it?
Your reaction feeds their ego. Your anger gives them validation. Your frustration gives them this weird sense of control.
Okay, so it's all about them, really.
Pretty much. And this is where your silence becomes the ultimate counterweapon. When you don't react, when you don't give them that emotional payoff they're craving.
You don't feed the fire.
Exactly. You don't feed the fire. When you refuse to get drawn into their drama, you don't let them win. You reclaim control over your own emotional space and you deny them the satisfaction they were banking on.
It completely disrupts their strategy, disarms them.
Utterly.
Okay, so let's pin down a really clear definition of true emotional control then. Because it's not about suppressing feelings, right? Our feelings are valid, they tell us things.
Absolutely not suppression. It's about consciously deciding how you respond, or even if you respond.
The choice.
The choice. It emphasizes that not every insult, not every little jab, not every inflammatory comment actually deserves your precious energy or attention.
Not everything deserves a reaction.
Precisely. And here's a powerful insight from the sources. Sometimes the most powerful, the most effective response, the one that shows the most strength and self-possession, is simply no response at all.
No response.
And that choice, crucially, it's not made out of fear. It's not weakness. It's made because, as the sources put it, you've evolved.
Evolved beyond the drama.
Evolved beyond the need for those knee-jerk reactions. You've outgrown the drama, outgrown the need to justify yourself to every critic, outgrown the urge to win every trivial battle. You're playing a different game now, your own game. 4, breaking the control cycle, guarding your sacred peace.
Okay, this feels like it's leading to a fundamental principle, almost a commandment for inner peace. Peace matters more than being right. Infinitely more.
That's a big one. Letting go of the need to be right.
Yeah, because your energy, it's just too valuable. It's, as one source said, too expensive to waste on battles that don't lead to growth or connection or any kind of real resolution.
Battles that just drain you.
Exactly. And we need to be aware of this specific pattern, don't we? Some people, it seems like their main way of interacting is just testing you, testing your boundaries, challenging your composure, probing to see if they can control your mood, see if they can break you.
They're not looking for dialogue, they're looking for data.
Yeah.
Data about how much influence they still have over your internal state.
Data. That's a chilling way to put it, but probably accurate sometimes.
And this reveals the dynamics of that control game, doesn't it? As our sources lay it out. When you react the way they want, you get angry, defensive, upset. They win.
They get what they wanted.
They get the validation, the control, the little power trip they were after. But conversely, when you manage to stay unmoved,